Hi, today I'm going to show you how to play these board games, Seven Wonders. As you can see, there are different things laid out in front of you. You have the coins, you have your war victory point, you have your different cards, and you have your board. This is just one of the board. There are a total of 7 different boards for 7 wonders. This card is the board card. As you can see, there are different boards. You get to choose at random, and each player will choose one. Then we have the age card, age 1, age 2, and age 3. It's played across different ages. I'm going to show you some cards example now. Okay, I have different cards laid out in front of me. I'm going to start off with the resource card. The resource card, there are different kind of resource card. The grey resource card and the brown resource card. The brown resource card are the natural resources, and the grey resource card are not the natural resources. We need to use both of these resources to build things in later. Let me show you later. Next, we have the trading cards. They come in different form. Some gives you coins, some give you other stuff. Then we have the war card. This is the war logo. Different age have different war logo. For example, for age 2, it is 2 or maybe 3. It depends on the card that you use. Then we have these cards. This is a victory point card, straightforward. Tells you how many victory points you have. And last, we have the scientific card. 3 different symbols. I will tell you what it means later. Okay, the objective of this game is to win as many victory points as possible at the end of the game. That means until the end of age 3. There are different ways to win victory point. You can win it by gold, you can win it by your war point, you can win it by very straightforward victory card, you can win it by scientific card, and that's about it. So how do you get all these cards? As you can see, let's take the scientific card for example. The scientific card has the things beside. These are the things that is the cost for you to buy the stuff. So if let's say I want to use this card, I need to build this card, I will need this symbol over here. And right now on my board there is nothing. So in order for me to build this, I need one of these to build. Therefore, I will need to have this card inside for me to build this card. Now to begin, let me show you from the beginning. Normally we begin with building resources depending on what resource you want in the future. So let's say I build this resource, this resource, this resource, and this resource. Lastly, I have this resource. As you can see from all the cards, there is nothing, there's no cost to these resources. So you can just build it as it is, and you put all your resources over here so that you will know what resource you have. It doesn't matter how you put it. You can use, you can put it all together. You can put it side by side. As long as you can see and others can see it, that's more important. Some of the resources require you some cost. For example, this resource requires you to have 1 gold. You will start off with 3 golds. And what happens is, if you want to build this resource, you have to pay 1 gold to the bank, and you can have this resource. And that's the end of how we use the resource card. Let's go on to the scientific card. Scientific card is very straightforward. As you can see, there are different costs to build scientific card. If I need this, I will have to use this, and then I build it. At any one turn, you can only build 1 card. After that, you need to pass the card over to the clockwise or anti-clockwise direction depending on the arrow over here. Now, for each individual scientific card, there are different symbols. If you have 3 different scientific cards together, it gives you a higher point. Each scientific card gives you a certain point, and then 3 as one set gives you additional point. I'll let you know the point system later. Next, you can also build the war card. How to use the war card later I will show you. Of course, you can have your trading card as well as your victory point card. It's as simple as that. This is for the first round. Now, we don't play this by yourself, we play this with other people up to 7. So you can look at people on the left or right. Normally, we don't have the luxury to build so many resources. So for example, I can only build this resource, or maybe including this resource. So what happens is, you can tap on the resource on your left or right player. So for example, if you want to build this scientific card, which require you to have this scroll, but you don't have it, and if your player on the left and right has it, then you can use 2 coins, pass it to the players, and you can rent the source and build this card on your board. At the end of the age, we will do a war against the player on your left or right. So let's say I have one war crown here or one war symbol, and I play with the player. I have war with the player on my left or right. So if I win the player on my left, I'll get 1 victory point for me. And if I lose to the player on my right, I'll get negative war point for me. This is for age 1. For H2 is 3, so you get, if you win you get 3 victory point, and if you lose you get -1 victory point. And for H3 you get 5 victory point if you win and -1 if you lose. So as you can see, as the age go as you proceed through the age, you have more victory points, you win more war. Okay, I will show you how to win victory points using the scientific card. As you can see, there are only 3 symbols in the victory card. Each symbol only give you 1 point, but if you have multiple cards of the same symbol, it multiplies by square. So for example, if I have 2 of this, I get 4 points. If I have 3 of these, I get 9 points. If I have 4 of these, I get 16 points, so on and so forth. If I have a set of 3, I get additional 7 points. So let's say if I have 2 of this, and 1 of this, I get 2 times 2, 4 points. 2 times 2, 4 points. That is 8, and plus 1 of this, I get 9 points, and have 2 sets. I have 1 set of this plus additional 7 points. So 9 plus 7, 16 points. That's for this card. Okay, so this is how the points being calculated. As you proceed through the age, there are also cheats, legal cheats that you can use. For example, as you can see at the bottom of the cards, there are other cards here as well. Each card has a name. So what happens is, if you have this card in H1, you can have this card in H2 without any cost. Same for this. If you have this card in H1, you can get this card in H2 for free without any building costs. Another way to gain victory point is through the board itself. So you can see on the board itself at the bottom, if you build all these things, you can get additional victory point. So the board itself is very special. There are 2 sides, A and side B, to play with. Side A there are 3, and side B there are 4. So it depends on how you want to play. There are also costs to build the pyramid, so-called. You can win more victory points. Now, I've talked about how to win victory points using this, how to win victory point using the scientific card and the war card, and we also talk about the board. How to win the victory point using the goal is very simple. At the end of the whole game, that means at the end of 3 ages, it depends how many goals you have. Every 3 goals give you 1 additional victory point. So if you have this much gold or this much coin you have, you get 1, 2, 3 additional victory point. Yeah, that's how you will play the 7 Wonders.